Hello, it's June the 3rd.
Hello,
We're at
hello, hello, hello,
2026.
hello, and welcome to the Euro 2020 £20 challenge. I know you guys have been very excited about this. I've been very excited too. So, without further ado, let the competition rules ceremony begin. Okay, let me just click this little button. Here we go. So it's been a while since we last had a competition, and we've got a new friendly face among us this year. So I thought it'd be a good idea to just go over the history of the competition first before we get into the rules. Okay, so let's take a little look. So 2016. Now, this is when the game first started. Okay, so me in the middle there, my friend Richard Pring, we notice that our other friend, Steve Gum, he has a tendency to lose when he places sports gambling bets. So we think maybe we can exploit this and for our own entertainment, basically, and see who comes first in a little competition on Euro 2016. We place small bets, see what happens. Now, due to Richard Pring's lack of football knowledge and Steve's lack of gambling restraint, needless to say, I was the victor and Steve came last, but that was more of a test run for what's to come. So 2 years later, we spiced things up. We add a new player to the game, Alex Davies. This is where the competition really started to come into its own, and it's what I like to call the beginning of the beginner's luck era, because as you can see here, on his debut year, Alex came first, and not only that, he finished with more money than he started with, which basically is the goal of this whole thing. And as you can see, something else interesting happened there. Steve came last. Not only did he come last, he came last with £80, and that's because we tried to create a new Steve rule for that year, where if he went bankrupt like he did before, he could give us another £20, get back into the game. But unfortunately, he went bankrupt 4 more times. And at the time, we didn't think this would be a problem, but it was a problem the next year. 2019, again, we had a new player into the mix, Daniel Currant. And again, beginner's luck strikes. There was no football this year, so we had to go for rugby. But somehow, Dan came first with £102. Okay. Even more surprisingly, Steve got £60. Okay. The rest of us didn't know much about rugby. But anyway, what happened was, although going bankrupt, Daniel managed to exploit the rules, the rebuy rule, by actually winning his bets. So because of this, he went bankrupt, and then somehow he went way into the lead. So it's quite a controversial win. And that's led to a slight tweak in the rules for this year, but we'll come on to that later. 2021. Could it be the third year in a row that the rookie is the champion? Could it be Scott Warren, the enigma, the mystery man? Could it be him? We'll have to wait and see. So now the moment you've all been waiting for, the rules. They're pretty much like they were before. Rule number 1. Deposit £20 into the bookmaker of your choice. I like to use Betfair. You can use what you want, but absolutely no free bets, no little offers like that, no way. Number 2. Place bets using your expert football knowledge. Rule number 3. State your bet in the group prior to kickoff. So tomorrow's game, Italy versus Turkey, 8 o'clock. You need to have a screenshot or write your bet in that group, that WhatsApp group, before 8 o'clock. Otherwise, you will suffer a penalty. Rule number 4. You need to bet at least once per match day. Okay? If there's a game on, you need to put a bet on. Rule number 5. No in-play bets. Okay? It's all about your prediction skills. Rule number 6. Try not to run out of money before the group stage is over. Otherwise, you'll get sick of being in the group. It won't be fun for you. Rule number 7: the winner is whoever's the most cash or whoever's lost the least after the final. But really, if you break over 0, that's a that's a good achievement. If you're over £20, that's amazing. Okay, you should be happy with that. Rule number 8: non-winners must participate in a non-financial forfeit. We've never actually done that rule, but maybe we will this year. Number 9: £2 minimum bet. Okay, no £1 bets, 50p bets, nothing like that. It's got to be £2 at least every day. And the bet, Daniel, must be settled on the day. Okay, none of this betting on the goal scorer, the top golden boot or whatever. You need to keep it interesting every day. Okay. Speaking of Daniel, this is where we come into this year's rule tweak. Okay, I like to call it the Daniel rebuy zone. If you go bankrupt, like one of us surely will, it's not over. Okay, you have a chance to rebuy into the competition, but this time you're basically working on a 3-strike system. So the first time you rebuy, you can rebuy with £10. Okay, if you lose that, then you're on £5, and then if you lose that, you're on one last chance for a £2 bet. But with these rebuy bets, okay, you must go all in. So if you go bankrupt, you put £10 back in, you must put the whole £10 back on. Okay, I know for some of you, you'll just do that straight away anyway, but that's the way it's got to be. So I'll be keeping track of these 3 strikes, so don't worry about that. I'll keep track of everything. But if you do go bankrupt, there's no shame. You can walk away with your dignity intact. You don't have to go for this. Okay, no, we don't need that. Okay, so yeah, this is the fourth competition we've had. The next one is 2022. If you've got any rule changes, ideas, send me an email. Maybe we can work something out. Here's just a little reminder of who's playing again this year. Okay, we've got 3 champions: myself, Daniel, Alex. Like I said, maybe it'll be Scott Warren. And if there's anyone else we think we should add for next year's competition, again, just let me know. Okay, so that's it. Good luck. I want to see those bets in the chat before 8 o'clock. And thank you for your time.